All right. I understand sometimes when you come in here, you actually tell funny story that happened to you. Work in progress. Again, I'm Pepe Le Pieux. I totally forgot what I was supposed to do. I'm Pepe Le Pieux. And this is Talking on the Throne. Again, if you like this, if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, and support the channel. You know, when, I live in New York City for at least 23 to 24 years. New York City is, it is a tough town, but I miss the place. I don't miss the weather at all, but sometimes I do miss the place. I do miss the place. I do miss the pace. But anyway, when our daughters was born, the apartment that was in New York City was too small, so we decided to move to a bigger place, and at that time was very expensive. So we moved across the pond, which means the Hudson River. We went to New Jersey. So for the first 2 years, actually the first years of our daughters, we were living in New Jersey. At that point, I was delirious because even New Jersey was still expensive. I literally have 3 jobs. I literally sleep for like 2 hours a night. Most of the times, because at one point I have to buy a car, I spend at least every night an hour and a half just to find parking. So you finish work, it's 2 a.m. You spend another hour and a half to find a park, you finally go to bed, and suddenly at 6 a.m. you have to wake up because you have to go back to work. So that don't give you much of thing. Then you get a rhythm and it's fine. But, so sometime when it literally happens, in the morning, sometime I have that big chocolate milk and I literally fell asleep, my face straight into the hot milk and the bubble going. Then, I was like blistered and all this. And then after that, I have to go to work. So I was like, anybody in the bus. At that point, I was taking the bus. Didn't take a car to go to Manhattan because one of my jobs was in Manhattan. So I was taking the bus to Manhattan, and I wasn't pretty. But the funny part is that when you have a daughter, I was the kind of person that know everything about how to raise daughter. I was going to the hospital with my wife, with the mother of our child. Our mother of our child never drink formula. We pump the milk out of the mother of our child, and we freeze them, and she breastfed. And after when she started eating constantly, we used to cook it and blend it and cook it. We did all that stuff. But one of the funny part is when the first time that we bring our little daughter up, and we have to change the diaper and all this. And, for that, we were a pretty good team, whoever was available, there was no complaint or who's going to take care or give the milk or whatever. Obviously, that's why we used to pump the milk, because if she was tired, she didn't have to wake up to give her the breath. So if she was sleeping, I was waking up, going to the fridge, warm up the milk that she pumped the day before and give it, so it was still the breast milk. But the change, it never actually happened to me, but it actually happened to her mom. One time she changed it, our daughters, and I hear a big scream, and I'm thinking, oh my God, maybe she rolled over, fell out the charging table, whatever it is. No. When I came and run it, I can see my ex-wife or my wife, her mother, I don't know. Let's put my wife at that time. She was trying to, my daughter decided as soon as she opened the diaper, like the boy does, she decided to pee. She got surprised. I could see my wife tried to push it back in. She was trying to push it back the pin, like he's gonna come back in and it's gonna be fun. He was everywhere. Well, we just clean up, was no big deal, but it was just funny. I mean, I thought it was funny. Man, that sucks at this. Yeah, well, that's what's stuff. There is many things happen, all this. You know, it must be my chemo brain or something. Like I said, my chemo, as you know, I have cancers, which is not funny, and I have chemo, and I realize that I'm having a hard time to focus and remember stuff. So maybe when the treatment of chemo will be done, maybe I'll be funnier, more funny, or maybe I just sucks altogether and I always was sucks. You know, for a long time, when I was actually a comedian, because I didn't speak English well, I used to do all the pantomime, the chopsticks and all that stuff. You know, I can do Charlie Chaplin 8 times, I can do Marcel Marceau and all that stuff. Telling a story for me is wrong. I like singing the story instead of telling the story. But I sucks in piano. So until I find somebody who will play piano and we write songs together, you're going to have to hear those bad jokes from me. But if you're interested to come into my band with me, a jazz comedy skit, please contact me. We can do stuff online at first. No, obviously I live in Phoenix, Arizona. But you know, if we go thing and we do like Zoom and we work together, maybe we can form a nice little band we can find, and maybe we can create something interesting. So I put it out there for the people. I'm a funny guy. I sing. I try, you know, you can go to my other channels where see me sing the oldies, my old me when I used to sing. My daughter actually taped me singing a song I sang a year ago, and I'm waiting for the videos. And I don't know if I'm gonna put in that channels because it's not a funny video, or I'm just gonna put to my channel when I do all my singing. But again, if you like me, you can subscribe, like, or support. You can support this channels, or you can support the other channels. Yeah, don't support my restaurant channel right now because right now the restaurant is closed. And if I'm lucky enough and I'll be able to reopen after all that dramatics going, I will let you know. At that point, I will also ask you to support the other channels. But right now, please support that channel, support my singing channels, and I'll see you soon.